Today's July 13th, 2026, and I can't believe that we only have 19 more of these episodes until we reach the end of the summer shredding season. Thinking back to 2013, when I first decided to document my journey to my first ever men's physique show and call it Summer Shredding.
And this is episode 2 of my brand new series called Summer Shredding.
I would have never imagined that 13 years later, I would still be making episodes. I would still be dedicated to this series. But I think that goes to show how much this series has impacted my life. And I truly feel like without Summer Shredding, I don't know if I would be living the life I'm living if I didn't make the decision to do that. My goals from stepping on stage back 13 years ago to now, finding the healthiest, best version of myself possible by September at the championship, where we're hosting our own bodybuilding league now, awarding $232,000 in cash prizes, with the most competitors ever crossing that stage that we've ever had, that are all on a similar mission to become the best versions of themselves. Like, I just can't even believe what I'm speaking right now. And I know that for so many of you watching, your summer shredding probably isn't summer shredding. It's probably not coming to step on that stage. Maybe it's not even related to getting leaner or health. I hope that you can figure out by watching my episodes, by watching the consistency, by watching what happens when you just dedicate yourself to a time and actually give it everything you've got. And when you fall off, you get back on. I hope that you can pinpoint, how do those little nuggets, I guess, apply to your life, and where can you apply that to your life to make your life better, to make you a better version of yourself. It doesn't have to be stepping on a bodybuilding stage. It could be your first high rocks. It could be a marathon. It could be being a more present father. It could literally be anything. But I feel like if you don't give yourself a timeline, and this is why I love summer shredding so much, because unless I pick an end date, things just get dragged on. They don't end up happening. But when I pick an end date, I announce that end date, I commit to that end date, all of a sudden, everything starts happening. I hold myself accountable. And I just hope that by watching these episodes and this series, for a lot of you guys have been watching for so many years now, I'm asking you to look at your life, pick what am I gonna hone in on to really be sure that I set goals to improve. I actually see that progress through, I take action, and I commit. If you don't do that, time will continue going by. You're gonna kind of half-ass start a lot of things in your life and not see it through. And that honestly is just the worst thing you can do. And that's just gonna eat at you when you're older and realize that you haven't accomplished a fraction of the things that you wanted to accomplish. So find out whatever that thing is. What is your summer shredding? I want you to comment what that thing is. What is that goal? Comment it down below. I want to go through all the comments. I want to see what you guys are focusing in on in your life. And that's it, man. We have a really good episode today. There was a comment in my last video, in that transformation video, that I want to address. So we're going to do that later in this vlog. One single favor I have to ask of you guys: take a second and just be sure you're subscribed. So I want you to comment your goal, be sure you're subscribed. We're gonna play the intro and get to the vlog. Enjoy.
Let it rip in August for like 2 weeks like that. Give us the bump. Let's measure the new customer acquisition we get from that bump.
That was aggressive. Look, so I started feeling sick at the end of the last video, and I felt great this morning. Kicked my miles in the ass, and I was working, and now I'm just feeling like I'm getting worse by the second. Maybe this summer shredding, I should, when I feel myself getting sick, not do all the things I had planned today, but maybe not, I don't know. 182 this morning. In 2023, 179 was like my stage weight, or my lowest weight in a prep. And now I'm 181 and not shredded, so that will lead us to our talk later in the video, you know? So Nala's hearing hasn't completely gone.
Yeah.
Because she's hearing the thunder right now. She's definitely aware. She's shaking. Is anyone else's dog just terrified of the rain and thunder? I decided, you know, the doctor was, oh, you can give her the medicine and stuff, but I don't know. I used to give her the medicine and she would still get really anxious and stuff. So I just stopped. This Saturday, Alfleet is having our first ever summer sale. The entire website will be discounted up to 80% off. So think Black Friday pricing in the middle of summer. We have a ton of stuff coming in the fall and in the winter. So we're clearing space right now, which makes it the perfect time for you to stock up and get truly insane prices. A few things to know before I show you the items and prices. We're not gonna have any early access, so you have to be on the website at 12 p.m. CST this Saturday. That's really it. Use code Guzman to get all the prices I'm about to show you. We're gonna hit a speed run, and this is everything I recommend. Apex short, $25.92. Strike short, $11.88. Relay pants, $55.08. Alpha tank, $33.12. Become more tee, $20.70. Power long sleeve, $12.42. Base tee, $29.16. Everyday training shorts, $31.68. Momentum long sleeve, $30.24. Reverse Terry crew, $30.60. Amplify high-rise leggings, $12.24. Glass jacket, $39.96. Aura wide leg pants, $35.64. Revive shorts, $36. Axis bra, $31.68. Push tank, $20.70. Pump mid-rise short, $27. Pump mid-rise legging, $37.80.
Yeah, so the big thing, Christian, is that since we started, your liver enzymes have gone down, your sperm count, sperm quality, all better. Still got to work on getting your ferritin, iron together. Your testosterone is now optimized. I mean, we got to work on your kidneys still a little bit more. I think those are going to come around. We got some numbers to improve on that. So we just got to keep working at that. Other than that, I mean, your lab values were looking pretty solid.
Great. Okay. My testosterone, 830. It's pretty solid, man. One thing though is my ferritin is very high. And one of the main things is just like red meat. So he was like, you gotta really lower the red meat, Yeah, I think I'm just eating too much steak, I guess. But we're not feeling the best today, but a little home gym upper body day, something light with dad. We're just gonna do one exercise per muscle group, just getting some movement in. Starting off with the Megamass chest supported row. We then moved on to the incline Smith machine bench press, followed by this new shoulder movement that I wanted to try out, where you just set up a bench pretty upright, and you sort of lean forward onto the bench to take out any sort of swinging or momentum from the lateral raise. I actually did 3 sets on this one because it felt so good. We wrapped up with 2 sets of incline dumbbell curl and then 2 sets of JM presses on the Smith machine, where you kind of bring the bar kind of to your neck, and that was it. Pretty easy. I really didn't get too close to failure on anything. It's a good one, right?
That was good.
I'm just gonna get some body work done because my knee is still bothering me from tweaking it on the pendulum squat. So I got some work done last week. It didn't quite fix me, so Mario's coming back. We're doing a second session on the knee to hopefully get it.
Do you know what happened to my knee?
What?
I had a lot of problems with my knee. And since you started making me go all the way down,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's gone.
It's gone?
Really?
Yeah.
So just trying to do a little bit of ART and get the muscle stretching a little bit.
What's ART?
Like active release, I'm pushing into the muscle and then I'm also moving it at the same time. I'm doing a little bit of cupping on the quad to kind of stretch the fascial tissue, kind of give the knee a little bit of relief.
Today we're going to talk about body dysmorphia. Why? Because in my last video where I posted my transformation from 2023, post-show, super inflamed, 230 pound version of myself to now being in the lower 180s, a lot healthier, just feeling a lot better and looking, I would argue, younger. I got so much good feedback from that video, but I also got a few that were just essentially like screaming, you've had body dysmorphia your entire YouTube career since you've ever been online. It's a terrible thing, terrible example. And in this conversation, and that's all this is going to be a conversation of me sharing my experience and me talking about how body dysmorphia does. I do have it. I've had it for a very long time. I know a lot of my bodybuilder friends, or really anyone who's, worked towards building their physique for someone to be judging you and scoring you based off of those things with placings and rankings. It really, that's my experience. But I, by no means, am trying to make not actual, because I would consider mine an actual case of body dysmorphia, but people that, develop eating disorders, people that end up doing things to their bodies and actions that they take to really, really, there's my body dysmorphia, then there's really, really bad cases of it. And I'm not trying to take away at all any other people's experience. I just want to share my experience.
It'll be good, guys.
I think that my body dysmorphia really started when I want to say 19 when I first started competing, but it really stemmed from even before that, when I was just not even training yet, but I just felt so skinny and scrawny, and I just wanted to get bigger to hopefully talk to more girls. And just the whole why I started lifting was very ego driven, to just visually look more appealing to the opposite sex, right? That's just how I started. And obviously catching motivation and confidence, all that came after that initial want to look better. But being in men's physique, specifically in the NPC, that's where everything definitely started getting a little bit more real. Year after year, I would just notice I'd consistently be getting in the best shape of my life. Super shredded. I'd be dedicating myself for 3, 4, 5 months at a time and really sucking down to this look that I would be so happy with that look. I finally felt for the last 1 or 2 weeks right before the show, oh, this is the look. I'll never forget, after my first show, the feedback from the judges was, you gotta put on some size and you gotta get leaner. So almost two opposite things of the spectrum. But obviously being 19 at the time, I realized, every year if I do this, I'll be able to grow a little bit, and then I'll shred down and kind of reveal all of the new muscle and the new level of physique that I've obtained that year. That essentially developed into a never-ending cycle of just either feeling like I'm bulking up and getting further and further and further away from that actual look that I like. But then even once I would diet down that following year into the look that I would like, even if I was 4 weeks out looking insane to the average person, and even in my head, oh, I look pretty good, all I would see when I would look in the mirror would be the fat that's still left to lose. It would be, I look okay, but I still got a lot on my lower back. Or it would be, man, I'm finally super peeled, but I'm so skinny. Man, I need to put more size on. So as soon as the show's done, I'm gonna put the size on. And I don't wanna blame, competing or judges' feedback. If you're competing, you sign up for what you're doing. No one's holding a gun to your head and saying, you're gonna have to get judged by these judges and we're gonna critique your, you know what you're getting into. But I think the fitness industry as a whole, especially now it's, I would argue, peak worse, right? With all the short form platforms that we have, TikTok, all these influencers, it's just overwhelming now. But back then, it was really finding those few guys that you looked up to, and it was usually by their physiques. For me, it was Greg Plitt, it was Steve Cook, Matt Ogus, and seeing these guys and then just comparing, damn, they're 190 shredded, right? And then you see yourself and you're nowhere near that. I love how I've documented every single year, every single summer shredding that I've done, because it's allowed me to look back and see how I had progressed over the years. and kind of improved on the package that I was bringing as my end. Like, here's my 2022 summer shredding, version of myself. It was continually getting better and better, but at the same time, towards those last years of me competing, 2022, 2023, when I was really having to like push past levels that I wanted to push myself with and felt comfortable pushing myself with, I realized like even in those moments when my physique was technically the craziest or whatever, I really wasn't even that happy in the middle of it. It was still looking in the mirror, I'm too smaller. The judges say I placed 5th place on my national shows, and so still got 4 more spots to climb until getting that pro card. Like, if you allow yourself to get too into that world, it just sucks you up, and I can see how it could become a super serious thing. For me, luckily, like, I only decided to try to get my pro card 1 year, and I gave myself like 1 shot, 1 run at that. I did 2 shows, but 1 season to kind of see what I could do. But I've never been married to the goal of getting that done. I'm very glad, because I think that now it's definitely still a learning curve for me, like dieting down. This is my first time in years without testosterone. So my body weight right now is way lighter than it has been over the past, good chunk of time. So I'm seeing myself in the mirror, happy with what I'm seeing. I'm getting leaner, I'm looking pretty good. Everyone's telling me I look a lot healthier and I feel healthier. I see my skin, I notice the differences. So overall, I'm like, hell yeah, like this is what I want to be doing. And I'm very happy with how I'm progressing. But there's still like that little 20-25% voice in my head that's like, damn bro, you look so small. Damn, looking at photos from like even last summer, you were 195 there, now you're 180 here, and that's crazy. You're losing like 20 pounds. I would say I'm still struggling with body dysmorphia for sure, just like adapting to this new me. But it doesn't mean I'm gonna stop training hard. It doesn't mean I'm gonna stop chasing PRs and tracking my weights and like trying to become better in the gym. Like all those things, thankfully I love. And I have a deep passion. That's like my favorite part of the day is working out with my dad, tracking our weights, improving our form, getting better at what we're doing. And on top of that, seeing results from my diet and all the cardio, all the effort I'm putting in. You have to find love in that and not love in, gaining it or being 205 at a 7%. I think if you're living that life like I was for a bit, it's gonna really just truly never make you feel like you're hitting what you need to hit. Yeah, I can honestly say like probably from 2016 to 2023, even I was just constantly never happy with how I looked, which is crazy because looking back now, it's like I look good every single year when I was, focused and dialed in, but in the moment, you're really just honing in on it needs to be leaner, it needs to be bigger. You're not really enjoying that moment. So I guess living in the moment and just being able to stop now as I'm a little bit older, more mature, and realize I don't know, I just have a different perspective now than I did years ago in my 20s. And I'm very happy with how I'm able to view myself now. As somebody who's into bodybuilding, into improving physique, I'm not just working out to be healthy. Like I want to look good, I want to develop muscle, I want to add muscle on certain body parts and kind of create this optimal version of my physique. That is what I enjoy. If that's not what you enjoy, if you're strictly in fitness for high rocks or for conditioning or for whatever that may be, I would never judge you for that. So I don't want, if you are more like me and do enjoy the sport of bodybuilding and, kind of like being that sculptor, like in pumping iron, you're adding clay to certain areas and developing the physique. That is what I still like. So that's how I'm gonna train. That is how I'm gonna approach my fitness. I'm always gonna have goals. I still wanna grow a lot of size on my legs. I still wanna, achieve a leaner physique and maintain it. If a dog's chasing a bone, the fun part is chasing the bone. It's not catching the bone. So I like to be able to move my goals around so I constantly have something I'm progressing in. My take-home message is this. In 2026, in a world where we have so many content creators that are more shredded, more muscle. Shoot, that guy's an endurance athlete and he's even got more muscle and is more peeled than me, right? There's so many ways to compare yourself. Or that girl has crazy glutes and these crazy proportions, and we live in this world and it's more accessible than ever. So my take-home message would be, do not make anybody else's or like where they are, don't let that be your guiding light. Just be sure that whatever you're doing, you're making progress towards a goal. That could be a micro goal, that could be a bigger goal, it could be a performance goal. Whatever it is, just be sure that you're being consistent and seeing some positive motion in the right direction. Once you can fall in love with that and not make the end goal, not make that show day, not make, a certain number of body fat percentage, your actual like, I'm gonna be happy once I get there. If you can remove that and just find joy in progression, you're gonna be so much better off. And yeah, maybe you won't have to kind of go through all the years of crazy internal thoughts. And I think being a little hard on yourself is good because it can push you, but not to the point where you're just like actually losing sleep over it. You know what I mean?
Guys, Mario effed me up yesterday. I feel like I just did the most crazy leg and glute day that ever existed on planet Earth. But I didn't even touch it. He just like worked me.
I'm not over the fact that you said effed me up. Since when did you start saying effing?
When your mom watches the channel.
Oh yeah, true. Actually, yeah. I also say effing.
We just had a fertility appointment. Went pretty well. Exciting stuff. More about that later. But anytime we have a fertility appointment, we go to First Watch afterwards for breakfast. Look at the 3 different types of coffee. This is like the Beals. I just want a little bit of milk, and then you have this one.
I like a lot of milk.
That describes this pretty well.
Yeah, I was like, I want a lot of cream.
Yeah. 179.9 this morning. Yeah. We're keeping breakfast super simple. We have 3 over easy eggs. For the longest time I was over medium, but I've just been overcooked a few too many times. So we're officially on over easy. 2 chicken sausage patties, 2 slices of sourdough with no butter, some jam for a little bit extra carbs and taste, and then 3 egg whites. Could have got some fruit, but got some salt and pepper.
I did not go light on my breakfast.
Got egg whites.
3 more changes I'm gonna walk you through at Outland. Today is July 14th. Lots is happening very quickly this week. So, number 1, we have purchased the new Megamass Explode type of row. This is kind of like a remake from the Nautilus, super legendary machine. But what I like about this one is the chest pad. This allows you to be so locked in. I genuinely think this might be the best. I think it's better than Nautilus. I'm just gonna say it. Because of this feature, it feels insane, and we now have it in Gym 1. Next up, we have the 45-degree Megamass row that got delivered. I placed this when I also ordered like this row and the chest machine and all the other Megamass, but it was on back order. So we finally got this one. I'm very excited to use both of these today. The members are really responding well to the brand, and we have a ton of it in the gym now. So yeah. Second thing I want to show you, come this way. These are 2 hammer strength Smith machines that I bought not too long ago, maybe about 2 years. They're great. Hammer strength's a good brand, but they're too heavy. It's just, it's a lot more resistance than I personally like. I prefer to use our Cybex Smith machines that are out in Gym 2 because they're just OG, they're smoother, it's less weight on the glider system. I'm officially selling my 2 hammer strength Smith machines. You can DM me on Instagram for a price. They're still in fantastic condition. They've never been outside, so they're always in Gym 1, in AC, so they're great. But I'm gonna be replacing these with 2 box frame Cybex Smith machines. Now moving on to the 3rd category of updates. Follow me into the glute room. I don't wanna call it the glute room. It's more so
like there's no signage or anything going up calling it the glute room. It's the room where I'm putting machines that can be kind of awkward if you're doing them. Anything that makes you kind of, I don't want to be in the background of someone's video or whatever if I'm doing this machine. If you're thinking that, that's where those machines are going to go. That room, okay? We're not calling it a glute room. I don't like, yeah. Because it gives the intention like guys aren't going to go in, like guys will go in there too, you know what I mean? Like I'm definitely going to train in there for sure. So it's just another piece of Alphaland space, but let's go check it out. This is the room. It actually feels pretty big. Yeah. I feel like taking the floor out made it feel bigger.
Yeah, we are going to put rubber flooring in, which is going to be delivered on Thursday.
Then I would do it. I mean, I think it's a totally different shirt. I kind of like how with the wash it's a little bit lighter weight. I agree with shooting. I think you need to shoot that with those pants if you want to.
Yeah,
look cool.
I guess if you want to do
Women
tight.
will wear that.
Yeah.
So this is technically the small, medium, large size. So we'll move this up to the big size, and then we'll go 85% smaller for the.
There's a decent amount on my mind right now, so we're just gonna vent it out. Number one pending item is gonna be, are we going to Connecticut tomorrow for the IVF egg retrievals? Is it gonna be Thursday, maybe Friday at the latest? Whenever that is, obviously gonna make that number one priority. But then right when I get back from that trip on either Sunday or Monday morning very early, I need to fly out for the meeting with 3D and Walmart. So I'm gonna wait to book that until we figure out the Connecticut stuff. There's a chance we may have to go from Connecticut to the Walmart meeting, then back. Second part of this is Heidi's definitely not feeling the best right now. Just like sick wise, I think I kind of got her sick, to be honest. So I think my mom made her a chicken noodle soup. So we're gonna check on her, be sure she's okay and like feeling up for the IVF. She already, like, after literally having the cyst drained in Connecticut like 5 days ago, she's been really not feeling great since then, and now she's like sick on top of that, and then she's gonna go get an egg retrieval, so I just want to be sure she's like all good and has everything she needs. So that's like a big thing in front of my mind. With 3D, just like shifting to work stuff, there's a lot of pressure, but right now it is an urgent task of mine to get all of the can designs. Like the can designs are one thing, like me getting all the artwork done and things like that, working through, you know, renditions of that, that's all fine. I'm currently on April-May of 2027 time frame, which seems like it's like a huge buffer, but it's really not. So I got to get my ass to like make some final decisions on some of those new releases and variety packs that we have coming for there. But what's causing the holdup is not the artwork, it's actually the can printing process. So like I'm spending all this time on the artwork, but then whenever the cans go to get like actually printed on the aluminum, for whatever reason it seems like they're just coming out so far off, like more so than the original batch. And maybe because I'm doing more like gradients, more textures, I don't know, but it's just causing, like, for example, me finishing one, or I thought I was finished, and then it's taking, you know, endless amounts of on can designs. I'm having to go revise the artwork to make it hopefully look better on the aluminum. So I'm like going back and forth with my designer, the can company, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Even like for our fall flavor, which is like I majorly need to get it approved, but I'm not just going to approve some. It's tough because the pressure is definitely there. Like we have to get it approved, but it's just not where I want it. So that's kind of like a decently large stressor right now, just trying to sort out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cans. Another thing is I'm not gonna like talk it specifically because I don't want to ruin in case it doesn't happen, but there is a major collaboration opportunity for 3D this fall. We're like giving all the data that that organization needs. They're interested, including like an event at Alphaland. Like this would be by far the absolute dream collaboration. Like
big time, but I don't want to get too excited, but they are interested in continuing the conversation. So it's not like we just reached out and we're waiting. It's like we were already back and forth and they're interested. They want to hear more. They're asking for more data, blah, blah, blah. So that's also exciting, but that would be happening this fall, and the can is not ready because it's not getting printed on the aluminum correctly. With Alphalete, we have a massive, like huge summer sale starting on July 18th, which is this Saturday, up to 80% off site-wide. You're gonna be able to get some men's shorts for like $12. Our mission is to clear, honestly, about 75,000 units for the sale. I would consider a success. That's obviously gonna take a lot of strong content. We're getting a ton of content, but that, I don't know, we just need to like make a better process for that. We did onboard somebody brand new today. Yesterday. She started on Monday, July 13th. Her name is Gretchen. She is our social media coordinator. So she's kind of jumping into the team right with this summer sale kind of kicking off. So it's like trying not to like rush her and make her feel overwhelmed, but it's also like, shit, this is a very important time. But feel confident. Yeah, we're not going to push through 75,000 units with subpar socials, right? So we need to be sure we're hitting trends, we're getting new eyeballs. Our ads are doing fantastic with Alphalete. That's a really, really great thing. TikTok Shop, we're making strides, but we're still not where we need to be. It's still like getting TikTok Shop up and running, and like to get it to become a profitable platform. The climb out of the bottom is by far the hardest, by far. For TikTok Shop, essentially anybody can be a creator. We pay out 20% commission on TikTok Shop, which is insane. That's the most commission we pay to like any athlete affiliate is on TikTok Shop. And all you need to do is make good content. So if you make good content, we have the potential to put our ad dollars behind that. You get paid. It's a whole system that like that's going to be the next initiative we need to get really rolling. So we're seeing progress. We sent out, to get 198 videos, we sent out about 700 samples, so 700 pieces of Alphalete, which is obviously like a big expense. The 198 videos haven't really converted that great, but it's great that we're getting the content made. So it's like we're making those steps, but we still need to like feed that platform a lot more to truly make it like start popping off. So that's a big initiative. Constant work in progress. Tomorrow's gonna be my TikTok Shop day where I'm focused there. I also posted on my story for a new hire that we're looking for Alphalete. It's gonna be a brand influencer manager, somebody with 3+ years of experience managing influencers, scouting out people, being sure we're getting deliverables from them, you know, onboarding and offboarding ones that aren't doing anything. So we're now looking for that position to beef up the team, to get more creators, both like on the YouTube, Instagram, affiliate type of code, while building out TikTok Shop. Two different things. So TikTok Shop initiative, beefing up the creator model, athletes, affiliates, and that as well, and putting more firepower there. So there's a lot's happening. It's all great stuff, but we're definitely in the building phase right now, which is good. And we have a clear goal for summer sale, which is also good. Me and Nabil need to get more content for summer sale because I also want to lead by example, and we're going to start posting on my personal page a lot more. 5 posts a week, but like thought out, curated posts, sharing, just like getting more active there. I've been so idle on my socials because I've been focused on YouTube, and YouTube's fantastic. We're going to keep focusing on it, but I need to put more effort in the other areas as well, because that honestly does help the businesses a lot. Hopefully we'll get some eggs this weekend. Hopefully we'll get a Walmart contract this weekend. Hopefully we'll crush it in Family Dollar. Hopefully we'll get this epic collaboration with 3D for the fall. Hopefully I'll get these damn cans to look good, up to the standards. Hopefully we'll find a new hire for Alphalete to onboard, to build a stronger, larger ambassador team, affiliate team, and athlete team. Hopefully you, if you're watching, if you're a content creator, make content on Alfleet. If you're a woman, get the pump products, make some TikToks on it, make some commission on it, 20% commission. Like, that is gonna be the way of the future. And I wanna be sure we're doing everything to get that shop up and running. I wanna thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for letting me vent. It felt good. Lots of moving parts, but exciting stuff. We'll see you in the next one.